fair bit to crow about. The Eagles win their third game on the trot following a 30-point win over Adelaide in front of 43,000 of the best at Optus Stadium. The visitors had a crack, but it was West Coast magic that was the difference. A 5-goal haul from Jack Darling in the second term, among a handful of inspired moments, played a massive part in the deciding of the contest. Welcome to Eagle Review in partnership with Stake, our investment platform partner. They make trading US stocks real simple for Aussies. No paperwork, no commissions on trades. Get on the Stake app today from the App Store. Tyson Beattie, welcome. Gee, that top eight's looking pretty delicious. Equal third, but firmly in the 8 right now.
Well, yes, number one, 4 out of the last 5, which is great. We are tied for third, but that percentage keeps us in 7th. And we would have actually been above Sydney in 6th, if not for Adelaide winning that final term yesterday. But, you know, we take on the Giants this week. The G-men sitting 9th and seething after that tough loss to the Tigers over the weekend.
Absolutely. How's no Toby Green for the weekend too? Timing from West Coast perspective.
Tommy Crows.
Well, you got to tip the hat to the Crows. They were pretty quality. This is a side that's very young and coming off a horror 2020 season. And they really took it to West Coast and they didn't lie down for the entirety of the game.
No, you're right. The Crows played really tough. They were hard. They were intense. They won a lot of statistical categories, Thumper. But when you think about it, the only stat that really matters is those ones with the little dots in between and the final score. 16-10-106 to 11-10-76. And you know, after the first term, the Crows actually took a 7-point lead in that second quarter. It looked like they were starting to get some momentum. They kicked 2 quick ones at the start of it, and then Jack Sanity took over, Thumper.
Unbelievable term, and to watch it live, it was just such great viewing. The first one starts with a brilliant Bailey Williams intercept mark. Jack Darling receives it down the ground, and his second contested grab from a Tim Kelly entry. Have a look. He's just too big for Duday and Butts, just monstering these young Adelaide forwards. Nick Nat sends this one in. Great blocking from Kennedy, but these mitts, it's just got cheating super glue on them at this point. He is on one, and then the teammates look for him at every opportunity from this point on, I dare say.
Yeah, well, you're right, because this was great from Waterman. He's looking for Darling. He knows he's on fire. Darling takes the mark here at the top of the square. Another great vice-like grab. And then, look, he decides to play on. This is so Jack Darling-like, isn't it?
Well, he's not paying attention on the mark. He thinks he's seen something.
Check side, goes through the legs, nutmeg and a goal. That is absolutely fantastic. You know everything's going your way when you kick a goal like that. So then the 5th goal, he drops this sitter right in the pocket here, but then picks it up and nails probably his best goal of the 5 of them. Absolutely brilliant. If there's ever a play that sort of says something that's kind of baffling at times about Jack and then brilliant about Jack, it's that one right there. I mean, he was sensational yesterday. He's now 26 goals on the season, 5th in the Coleman race, but only 1 behind 2nd place. He has to be in All-Australian contention.
Oh, I think he's absolutely in the squad at this point in time, and the back half of the year is going to answer whether he gets his second jacket in his career. I think he's been on an absolute tear in 2021. He should have finished higher in the Glendenning Allen medal for the Derby. He was unbelievable that game. He's had 6 grabs inside forward 50 for this one. He's just in some kind of form. The pressure, the ability to compete around the ground. I just love watching him play, and he's making a massive difference to the side right now.
Yeah, so that blitz gave us a 29-point lead at half-time, but all 9 goals went to tall forwards in the first half. And it's interesting, I've got the Excel spreadsheet out. The Excel spreadsheet at half-time and just did some calculations of the starting back 6 for Adelaide versus the starting forwards for West Coast. A 4-centimetre height differential on average advantage for West Coast.
That makes it tough for them indeed. I mean, the Crows started to push though after half-time. They were giving it a good crack. The inside 50 count was damning. It was 11-3 in favour of the away team. They had 7 straight clearances at one point, dominating the midfield battle, and then West Coast go, righto, enough of this. And then Nick Nat goes, I'm just going to push this all the way forward with some defensive pressure. Tim Kelly jumps in, left-hand handball, hits Waterman, Bob's your uncle. That steadied the ship. And then that really got West Coast to basically sell further forward. Now, after Darling's unreal performance in the second term, I'm probably giving Tim Kelly the 2 votes on the day. Definitely. 31 disposals, 11 clearances, 8 score involvements. He's leading the team for score involvements in this season. Second only to Cripps in this game, who had an unbelievable performance as well. He's been on a tear the last 3 weeks. Check out his state graphic. He's rising with the tide. If you didn't get on him 3 weeks ago, you've missed your chance. All the best.
I'll tell you what, he really got silver service from Nick Natanui over the weekend as well. I mean, 31 hit-outs, 13 disposals, 5 inside 50 and 4 marks. Some of his work was absolutely sublime. But Thumper, collectively the midfield were pretty good, but Adelaide were very good as well. They had 8 inside 50s, plus 10 contested possession. However, as has been the case for most of the year, West Coast really, really good inside 50. for disposal efficiency.
Great to see a couple of key defensive pillars back this week. Gov and Barris returning in the same week, played very well down back. Kennedy, he gets up after his calf scare, kicks 3, so I'm pretty sure he's cherry ripe moving forward. Liam Ryan's not far away. Yo's making great progress on the track. Vardy's going to be back shortly. Hutchings going to be back into some waffle as well. Hearn's going to be in the mix this week against GWS, possibly breaking the record on the road, TB. Not great for the fans and marketing, but great to have him back. You've got massive selection dilemmas right now. You've probably got to take a back out for Hearn and a forward for Ryan. And trying to pick it right now would be so difficult.
I don't know how you can drop Witherden the way he's been playing. And also, Jermaine Jones has been fantastic. So this is going to be a real selection dilemma if this works out the way.
Well, Archie kicked 4 goals and was probably in the Brownlow votes a week prior. Has a quiet game. Are you just going to rip the rug out from underneath him for one? This is going to be really challenging, but always a great problem to have.
That's why Match Committee always has the toughest job.
And they pay more than what we get paid.
And don't forget Thursday for teams this week for the first time in a little while. We'll have that. Now, roast of the round.
Yes, plenty to get through. Let's start it all off. Brad Shepherd goes to tackle Fogarty. Oh, you're not strong enough. How's the hip check? And then just says to Tommy Cole, you have some too, mate. Too big, too strong on that occasion. How about these two Crows running into each other? So Sloan, get out of the way, says Brodie Smith. And he probably blames him for that shocking kick inside forward 50. TB gobbles it up. Now, let's check out some commentary errors. Over to you, Jared Healy.
It's Dodie, so he's a more senior player.
I mean, he's played 39 games. If you're unsure, just turn to the guy next to you. How do I pronounce this? Nah, just have a stab 39 weeks in. You'll be right.
Do-day. Now, Jared Brander, he just steams down. Great lead here. Jamie Cripps, perfect kick out in front of space. He decides to play on, does he?
Does he though?
Yes, he does. How many steps do you need?
No, he put the head down. He gave up. He said, I'm just jogging away here. Look.
He's off.
Probably could have pulled up a bit earlier, I dare say.
Now, Tom Barras, he's been out for a couple of games, so he found himself underneath this massive packed mark by McAdam. That's an absolute beauty.
His teammate caught one in the back of the sky. Unlucky.
Now, Josh Rotham has been playing very well lately, but this switch kick here, not ideal. Intercepted by McAdam and goal roast.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. In the old McLeod jumper too, it looks a treat. Having a look at Tom Barras and Tommy Cole play a little bit of footy here. Barras goes to leap over Tommy Cole and it's landed on his chest and the smother on the mark. Double roast. Gotta love it. Hello, we're just paying 7-metre kicks in the AFL now. Yeah, cool. Missed that rule. Cheers, AFL. Do they need some scores, do they? Give them a little leg up.
6.75 metres. Another roast on the umpires here, rather, is this missed mark.
Oh.
Petrich, look at him steam through Brander here. Big inside 50. Now, Petch, how many times did he take a contested mark and you don't pay him
that is
one?
Really stiff, that one. Unlucky.
Now, Andrew Gaff, one of the most sublime kicks in the competition. Look, so many options.
So much time.
He cooks that one, so roast on Gaffy there.
Gotta love it. Round the grounds, going to Vegas. Darcy Gardner had his shoulder pop out, really stiff. But how's his wholehearted effort to get a touch on this one here? Oh, that's sensational viewing. Jordan Finn, appreciate you sending this one in via Instagram. Over to you, Alistair Lynch. Boundary side.
Very disappointing for Ryan Lester, celebrating his 150th game after being drafted in 2002.
150 games in 19 years.
Good durability.
The terrible selection rate, though, isn't it?
Not very good.
Now, Adam Jalor, he gets nutmegged here. This looks a bit like my fielding at fine leg thumper. Straight through the legs and goal.
I feel for him. He's like, I don't want this going over my head. And just ruined it on that occasion.
Now, Given Stephen sent this in.
Sorry, who?
Good on you, mate. And look, this umpire just getting in the way of this pass. It brings back memories of Peter Carey in this Dockers Saints game.
One of the greatest moments of all time, and he should have almost taken it. Dusty Martin going for the little toe poke through the goals here. Goal umpire in the firing line and cops it. Sweet. Is he going to be okay? No, he's been subbed off. We've got the emergency goal umpire. He's cold as ice.
Looks like he was halfway through a Mars bar before he came on the field then.
Unprepared. Over to Kyle Bennett. Thanks for sending this one in. Chad Wingard having a spill over the cameraman on the boundary line. Get out of the way, son. Oh, Isaac Smith having a good shot on goal here. Close one. Isaac Smith loved it. Goal umpire did not. He's probably the one that matters.
Are you roasting the umpire or Smith for the celebration?
They can rock off for it. I don't care.
Okay, now the winner. Gavin Baines sent this one in. Great marketing guru, Gavin. Thanks for this one. And look, it's the great G-Train.
The legend. No sauce. He's gone dry.
And he's just got him on demand here. Look at that.
He just found that on the floor. It's like, oh, mate, it's not mine. I couldn't care less. You have it.